It's 11:13. Thus, we will move on with our discussion. We are hoping to finish this material today. January 7, 2022. This is our 4th meeting. Ooh, so 2 more meetings and you're done with your level 1. So level 1, you have to proceed with level 2, 3, and 4. Ang bilis ng oras, no? Ang bilis ng panahon. Kalahin nyo, 2 na lang. That's 2 meetings. Habang may sakit pa si Michelle at habang naka-isolate din si Mayjan, you get to use your time productively. This is really somehow a good start with your 2022 because you get to do something productive for yourselves. So let's proceed. Defining benchmarking. What is benchmarking? Can you read it for me, Rusty?
Benchmarking allows an organization to track specific metrics in the areas that matter most to them. These metrics are typically called key performance indicators, KPIs. Benchmarking with KPIs allow a company to objectively, accurately compare data against themselves as past points. It also allows for equivalent comparison against competitors, industry leaders, and best practice.
Yes. So this will allow, of course, for the improvement of your company. It also says there KPIs, your key performance indicators. Later while we will see what are those. This is like a measurement to measure your success in your company. At the same time, how are you going to move forward? What will be your future plans? Are you there, Michelle? Okay, Faith, can you read this for me? What benchmarks?
What benchmarks should be measured? In order to get a holistic view of the health of your supply chain, it is important to measure products, processes, and services. Here are the 4 key categories that will need to be evaluated in order to determine how well the supply chain is performing, as well as some sample KPIs in each area.
Okay, see, you also see that. So these are the categories: customer service, business processes, development and manufacturing, supply, and demand. For customer service, we have there, product is available when required. Yes, we needed your our mobile phones. How old is your cell phone now, Mayjan? The one that you are using? Gaano nakatagal yung cellphone mo?
6 months pa lang po, sir.
Oh, bago. Anong brand?
Samsung po.
Ha?
Samsung.
Yes.
Tas
Anong
nahulog
model
agad.
yan?
32, tas nahulog agad sa timba.
Oh my God. So these are samples. No? Sabihin natin there's demand for, especially during the holidays, during the gift-giving season. There are always demand for items that we don't necessarily need, but because it's brought by the season, people are just buying. You would see sale are just side by side. So is the product available when required? Say, for example, you are selling certain products. Is your product available when there is an order? Say, for example, for Mayjan, she needed to buy certain cell phone. Oppo, ang ganda ng Oppo pero mura lang. Oppo is like an inexpensive brand. It's very affordable, but the quality is nice. I'm surprised sometimes some of my students would have like good photos to take, and it's coming from Oppo. So the sample KPI there is to measure if your product is available. Product of the desired expected quality. So are you expecting a good quality for a certain product? Rusty, anong handa nyo nung Pasko? Anong bagong taon? Nag-order ba kayo?
Pizza lang, sir, tsaka siyempre. Tsaka
Okay.
prutas.
Yes. Say, for example, now you ordered your pizza in that pizza brand. What's the brand?
Ang brand yung Alhamol, sir? Alhamol
Okay.
restaurant?
So somewhere near your place. So the supply chain
kilala.
in your company, I mean, in that restaurant, they should make sure that the quality would be good, given that there are a lot of demand. Have you heard that the lechon business of Marvin Agustin was bashed? Did you see that?
Yeah, the cochinillo.
Yes. So I think they are not satisfied with the quality of the product. Yeah. So so it was online. So there were so many bashing and complaints about the product. And look at this. It's customer service. What were advised to him? What was the action advice to him? A refund. So he was requested to refund the you know, for still to compensate for the complaining customers if they were not satisfied with their product. See, that's what you are gonna get. That's a waste of money from your company. You produce, there are people that work on that day, and the quality of your product was not met. And then you were requested to refund it. And then that's a money out from you instead of money in. Are you getting me? Because customer service is important. Product is delivered in expected time frame. That's true. What is that pizza brand that says when it's late, it's ours? Greenwich ba yun? Is it Greenwich? Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like, it says like if the delivery is late, then you don't have to pay for it. So that's a pressure from the delivery riders to deliver the pizza fast. And then when you open the pizza box, all the toppings are in the box. It's on the top of the box. The pizza crust was there, but the toppings are here. Okay, cool. Next category for your KPIs is the business processes. Number one, profit margins meet or exceeded targets. There will always be targets. In Amazon, there is certain target. Michelle, right? Would you have an access with the information? How much do you have hit? Or what would be the target for a certain quarter or month? Would you have that information?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
If you want,
you
I can share.
Huh?
I can share my screen.
Yeah, sure. Oh, wait. So there, you would see also a target. Wait, let me just allow everyone to, yes. Okay, cool, dear. That will be very nice. Go ahead. Everyone can share now.
You can share while the other participant is sharing.
This one, I know. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Can you try again?
Yeah.
Let's see your target.
Ma-view niyo, sir?
Yes, we can see it. Ooh.
Ito yung, ano namin, marami kaming reporting. So, let's say, nandun tayo sa delivery, right?
Yes, delivery. Delivery station.
So, yung sa delivery, on-time delivery, tinatawag din namin ng first day delivery service. So, ito yung rate nila.
Yes.
First day delivery success.
Oh. So which part would have the target? Saan banda dito ang nagsasabi that there is a certain target that you have to hit?
Ito yung, it's always 95% and above target.
Oh. Yes.
Ito yung, in one station, they hit 98%, so fine. But if you hit lesser than 95, then it's a call out.
Oh, what would you do? Who will you call? The delivery supplier, the client?
No, it's gonna be, it's the delivery driver
Oh.
because it's the first day delivery success is by the driver. So they need to deliver the package on time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wait, meron nila i-share.
Sure.
Yung naka-record yan, sir?
Ay, oo nga, no? Saglit.
Okay, okay lang. So, every day, meron
Mm.
kaming reporting kung ano yung forecast, ano yung target, at ano
Yes.
yung score on that day.
Mm.
So, bali ito yun.
Yes. Go ahead, explain it. What does it do? What do you have to achieve? What do you have to accomplish?
So, ito yung forecast. Ang forecast nila, sir, is like 20.
Mm-mm.
Ito yung actual sana. Pero ang dumating is 19.
Yes. Forecast on what?
So, may one forecast on the items that needs to be delivered.
Oh, 20,000.
That we will receive. Yeah, that we will receive in the fulfillment center.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, ang variance niya is 1.36%. So, ang comment, no call outs.
Mm-mm.
Ito rin, let's say this is our target. Our target is 115.
Mm.
Pero ang lumabas lang na binigay namin sa driver is 118, which is okay kami.
Yes. You have exceeded. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're hitting your target, basically. No? Ito ba ay walang hocus pocus?
Yan lang.
Okay. Yes. Are you all there? Are we back?
Fulfillment center. Hi, sir.
I think internet ko ata yun. All right, cool. Where's my material now? We just got back to there. Thank you for sharing. That's really insightful. That's an actual example of what targets are. See, we need to see something like that because especially on your part, you are hitting your target. We can say that, right? You're hitting your target.
Yes, sir.
What are the benefits if you are hitting your target? And if just in case you didn't, you weren't able to hit it, what will be will there be any consequences, or would you be in trouble for some reason? What could
If you will not hit the target, it means you need to face the country manager and explain why your station wasn't able to hit the target. Because if you will not be able to hit the target, it means it will cause an impact in your business to your customers. So let's say, for example, with delivery success. So delivery success is the success rate of all drivers. If you were given 100 shipments that needs to be delivered, it means you need to deliver all 100 shipments. So if you were not able to deliver it, then you need to explain why you have, like, say 5 or 10 return shipments. Some of them is because of canceled orders, customer not available, so it will really cause a problem. But if the reason is genuine, it's fine. But if not, then I think you will be asked to set like an improvement plan on how you can improve your performance.
Yes. That's true. What's important is that you hit your target. If there's any chance that it wasn't hit, you make a plan. How are you gonna hit your target? That is the importance of KPIs. If you were to check for the business processes, it says their inventory meet targets such as cycle time, turnover time, etc. That's a good example. Thank you so much, Mitch, for showing us an actual example, especially that's Amazon. Development and manufacturing. Processes are designed to optimize capacity and flexibility. Manufacturing times meet targets for quantity and quality. Again, we make sure that during the manufacturing, the products that we will produce would be at good quality because we avoid losses. That's something that we avoid. If we produce a defective product, something that would not give good quality for our clients or a good service, then people will start complaining. There will be a return logistics, like a reverse logistics. People will give back the products, and that's an extra cost for you. That's something that we avoid. How is the reverse logistics with Amazon, Michelle? How are you doing that? Do you have like a high report? Was there any chance that there was a time that there has been a spike of reverse logistics, items that are being returned?
Yeah, we call it C return.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a specific station that is handling our C return shipments.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure. We have that report in the file that I showed you earlier, but I don't know where. Yeah, I found it.
Yes.
So
What about it? Yes, maybe you can just describe it for security.
So in our
for
C return, let's say.
confidentiality. Yes.
So let's say, for example, sir, in a day, we normally hit like around 3,000. Yeah, it's like an average, I believe, 3,000 customers for return shipments. So we will allocate some drivers. It's okay. 3% is very low.
3%.
Ah,
3% of how much? Yeah. How many deliveries?
100,000.
100,000. So that's
Per
just a
day.
3,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's still a lot. But you know, Amazon is one
But
of
we are
the
delivering 100,000
Yes.
per delivery, so it's fine.
Correct. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a 3%. Ang dami pala
Yeah.
ordered. Imagine how much people are ordering right now. Just basic things.
On January 1, it's only 57.
Only 57 for the returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Return schedule.
People tend to be so busy during the January 1. If you would notice, if you were outside January 1st in the morning, and actually the whole half of the day, the streets were empty. People seems to be tired, or people seems to be like sleeping. First, it rained here. I mean, that was my observation. I was at the hospital. I was the only one. I was the only person there. Yes, I got I need medical attention the next day after the camping that I had. We were burning bushes for the campfire. And then I was picking bushes, dried bushes, so we can put it in the bonfire, the campfire. And then suddenly I got pricked. Natusok ako ng hook. I thought it was bush. It was like hook of like fishing. You know, when you were like you have a fishing line and then you just like hook. Hindi mo naman kailang, not the fishing rod, not that one. I think they were just hooking it. I got hooked dito sa may ano ko, like ring finger. It was deep. And then when I pull it, it was like a rusty hooked. Kalawangin siya. So it was full of rust. So I have to make it bled. The next day I got my anti-tetanus vaccine. But because it was swollen. Namamaga siya the next day. Imagine, my January 1st was I don't know, it was a kind of a surprise for me. I was in the middle of the storm and during the morning, and then I got pricked by a rusty fishing hook. So rusty's name means kalawang, kalawangin. Ang pangalan mo, Rusty. That's what it meant.
Nandun pala ako, sir, ha?
That's what it meant. Rusty Kalawang. Paddy, how's your New Year celebration?
The New Year is good, but it seems my schedule has been changed. Even now I'm on duty, so I'll be on and off.
Okay, no worries. So long as you get to, you know, you get to be you get to listen, attend. Anyway, these sessions will be recorded. It's posted in my YouTube. I sent you a link last time. Did you get to see it? So you can review. You can review some of the things that we discussed during the discussion. Something that you can go back. Something that you can review. Supply and demand. Processes can handle a level of uncertainty and disruption. Manufacturing can be adapted to handle upswings and downturns. Product scope is clearly set. Level of customization, requirement of special orders. If you would remember, I showed you a graph last time, the demand, the demand and the supply. So what will be our actions when there are rise in demand, or there will be a lot of demand? What should be the action for the supply? You already know what I meant. That's for the supply and demand. Please note that we have kept KPI quite generic in order to maximize its applicability. Each KPI will need to customize for the specific supply chain to include object targets such as maximum defect rate of 0.01 or minimum production rate of 100 units per day. We are making sure that it might not be perfect, but at least almost perfect. We tend not to commit mistakes. That's what the main goal is. So if you are probably if you are hangover and then you will go to work, you won't have your focus. So might as well shake it off. So you will wake yourself up, because if you are looking at the certain reports, you should not make mistakes. Mistakes can happen, but still at least minimal mistakes. Ultimately, it's the customer's perception that counts the most. Customer's perception, your clients. Imagine if your clients went on strike, then that's a bad image for your company. They are at the end of the supply chain and represent the culmination of all the steps within the chain. Examining their level of satisfaction is an important part of benchmarking. We can set Amazon as an example. People tend to be satisfied with the service. They get their products in the right condition, in the right time, then most probably there will be a repeat use of the service. Then that's why it becomes one of the biggest brands up until this time. The SCOR model, the 4 categories. Paddy, read this for me.
One of the most comprehensive models of supply chain benchmarking is the CSOR model, developed by the Supply Chain Council. Although the details of the framework itself are copyrighted by the Supply Chain Council, we can share the basic structure. The framework is based around the core process areas, that is to say plan, source, make, deliver, and return, that we are covered in session 4. For each process area, there are 4 levels of metrics.
Continue.
The first level sets basic performance targets that should remain the same no matter what type of supply chain is being evaluated. It focuses on the attributes that we have been discussing so far: reliable responsiveness, flexibility, cost, and assets.
Okay, let's pause for with that. reliable, responsive, flexible, cost and assets. Check your companies. Say Talabat, are they reliable? Are you using Talabat? Is Amazon delivering food as well? No food delivery right now, yeah?
No.
No, yes. So I think that would be the edge of Talabat because they have like food delivery. So they're reliable. Responsive, are they responsive? If you have complaint, do you get your feedback right away? Flexible, are they flexible? You can say that an example, my payment options, I cannot make, I cannot withdraw my money. Is there any option for me to pay through card? Is there an option for me to pay no card? You know, those are flexibility of the company. If there are things, giving options is also a flexibility, is a measure for your flexibility of the company. Cost, is it affordable? And of course, the assets of your company. Assets most likely given on the side of, in the perspective of customer service would be basically well-trained employees. If they are known to be polite somehow, a delivery rider would probably call on time, because when you deliver something, you'd have to call first, right? Ma'am Michelle, I'm already here. Am I at the right entrance? I will deliver your body massager. Am I at the am I at the right location? So yeah, that would be for the, an asset is a good value for an employee. Second level, Paddy, continue.
The second level sets out various process categories that can be customized depending on the supply chain. This also lets an organization customize the proximity of the model.
Okay, continue.
The third level breaks out the various processes in more detail and allows organization to fine-tune the process, metrics, and best practices of each area.
Continue.
The top level focuses on taking excellence a step further with supply chain management best practices specific to the industry. The goal of this area is to give the organization a competitive advantage through their supply chain and build flexibility even further.
The goal is to give the organization a competitive advantage through their supply chain and build flexibility even further. At least, what I'm saying here is that the companies are always concerned that there will be an improvement always with the company. They are setting plans how they can improve. What do you think could be the future involvement with companies? Let's say, for example, involvement, they're always involvement. You are aware that Facebook has now changed to Metaverse, right? Are you aware of that, Metaverse? Have you seen that?
Sir.
Rusty? Nakamute ka.
Hindi po masyado, sir. Hindi po ako pala Facebook eh.
Yes, it's true. So what about you, Faith? Or have you heard about Metaverse?
No,
I'm talking
sir.
about like an improvement, and this is a digital company. There will also be a supply chain in that kind of company. So that's one of the biggest company right now. Are you familiar with that, Mayjan, Faith? Sa Metaverse?
No, sir. Wala rin po akong Facebook.
Oh, really?
Kasi
What are your
toxic.
applications? What
Yun lang,
about you,
IG.
Michelle? Have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
What do you know so
Yung parang
far?
may digital your face. Yung pwede mo ma-digitalize yung face mo when you are like presenting.
Yeah.
If there's like a company and you can just show your face digitally, then you are presenting something, which is good.
Yeah. What about you, Paddy? Have you heard about the metaverse?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay, metaverse apparently is the new name of Facebook. So they're trying to make everything to be in a different kind of universe, which is digital. So what happened, it's like a different kind of universe, but it's digital. So you would have an avatar, a different digital self. You get to travel the world, you get to interact with other people. So if you would see, there are some movies like that. I've seen, yeah. I mean, and I'll find that example, but it's like the digital self, a digital version of yourself. Um, I think that's very futuristic because everything should be just in your own space. You don't have to travel anymore.
That's Free Guy, sir. The name of that movie is Free Guy.
Oh, you've seen something like that. You have to
Yeah.
make your own self, and then you put in yourself into a digital world. Let's see. It has not been like widely used at the moment, but that's their future. Why? Because they are looking forward for the future. They are always looking forward to what are the possibilities your company could do. Because if you never stop thinking of the future, then you'll always be present. Because if you stopped, you became confident with your company, whatever is your company doing, you might be left out. Baka mapag-iwanan kayo if you didn't adapt with the change. And that's what the companies are doing. Look at this pyramid, the score or a score as a pyramid. On top of it says basic process areas. Next is specific process categories, specific process activities, specific elements of activities. This is the score as a pyramid. Let's see what this really means. The basic framework of SCORE is represented as a pyramid, with each level delving deeper into supply chain process. More of the version specific links. We'll apply that later. Mamaya. Let's skip that for a moment. The balance scorecard. What is a balance scorecard? Rusty, read this for me.
The balance scorecard is used to communicate, measure, and execute any type of strategic plan. It provides a balanced way of synthesizing the critical actions required to achieve the goals of your supply chain. It can also help you identify the supply chain strengths and weaknesses, provide a balanced overview of all elements, manage risk, and much more. It is particularly useful for supply chain management because of its holistic approach. It looks beyond basic financial results to the underlying process and non-tangible activities, and to the real drivers of the supply chain.
This is a sample. Sample balance scorecard. In the balance scorecard below, you can see the 4 perspectives and their objectives in the yellow boxes. Then each perspective contains specific actions and measures. We have included a few supply chain oriented actions and measures just to give an idea of what it is all about. I'll read the vision. Mejan will read financial perspective. Faith will read customer's perspective. Rusty will read learning. Paddy will read internal process perspective. And then tell me your thoughts. The vision is the vision for everyone, for every aspects. Build the most reliable, cutting-edge computer chip possible while providing superior return of investment for the shareholders. Financial perspective.
Financial perspective. To achieve our goals, how should we appear to our shareholders? Maximize ROI. Actions. Decrease cost by 20%. Measures. Switch 50% of transport from truck to rail. Action. Increase revenue by 15%. Measure. Produce 25% more supercomputing chips.
Okay, so that's the financial perspective. They wanted to decrease the cost by 20%. By decreasing the cost, then that means that they will have a higher revenue, higher earnings. ROI means return of investments. So that's the goal. That's the vision for financial perspective. Customer perspective. Mitch?
To achieve our vision, how should we appear to our customers? Improve service standards, improve cutting edge reputation, actions, reduce delivery time, measures average delivery time to be reduced from 4 days to 2, decrease manufacturing cycle time, release new chip every 8 months instead of 12.
What is your observation? What do you think? What's your thought about this perspective coming from the customer?
Yeah, for me, the actual reduced delivery time is really good. Rather than expecting your delivery, let's say at 9 p.m., the delivery will from the time that you deliver. If you will receive your items or your package within 2 or 3 hours, then it would be great. Or a same day delivery is also a good option to reduce the delivery time. Regarding decreased manufacturing cycle time, yeah, rather than releasing a new model after a year, if you're gonna release it like later than or not less than 12 months, then it's good so that you will have an options and to see if your product really hit the market or not.
Yes, that is from the perspective of your customers. Read it for me. Learning and growth perspective, Rusty.
Learning and growth perspective. Build process improvement team. Actions, develop team from core departments. Successfully trained team. Measures, 10 employees on team by Q4 2020. All team members pass training course with score of 80 plus.
What is your observation with this vision?
Actually, sir, it is all about process improvement. It is all about training, giving training to the people. It's all
people
about
inside the company, right?
The company, yeah, this is most important in the company, sir. So that they can build the process improvement. So after building the process improvement, of course, you have to analyze it and measure it. By measuring it, you have to gather a data of what is the improvement from the training that they have done. If they learn something from what they train, this is my vision, sir.
Correct. What about internal process perspective? Patty.
To satisfy our customers and stakeholders, at what business process must we excel? Inventory management, research and development. Actions, improve inventory accuracy from 75% to 90%. Invest in R&D, increase budget from R&D by 10% for more staff and equipment.
What is your observation? Now this time it involves also the stakeholders. Patty, what do you think about this vision?
I think the proper inventory management also reduces on the risks of reduces on errors.
I'm sorry?
Proper inventory management in the business, it reduces on the errors in the business.
There should be a proper inventory management. Okay, that makes sense. Because that's something that you would present your stakeholders. The stakeholders are the ones that also have like say on the company that because they have like invested. Companies would have investment in your, I mean the flow of your finances. So they have to see good numbers. We are just numbers, and these people who got money, they would rely on your reports. So this is the vision for this perspective: financial, customer, learning and growth, and internal process. Supply chain management dashboards. Ooh. Different companies, various companies would have different dashboards. It depends with which type of business you are in. You might be in food, you might be in services, you might be in hotels, you might be in logistics.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be off for like 40 minutes. I'm going to work.
Yeah, sure, no worries. I'll send you the link of this class later a while so you can catch up.
Okay.
Or maybe you can keep it playing and just put it in your ear.
Okay. I'll do that.
Sure. So you can hear Mei-Jan speaking. Love team, Char. Okay, I'm just checking this. Bago tayo mag-nosebleed dito. Discuss natin yung mga relevant. Okay, there you go. Industry leaders. All right. 9.2, supply chain best practices. According to consulting firm Gartner, here are the top 10 supply chains for 2013. Well, this is an old example, but we have these Apple. Are they still relevant at this point? Can you say, are they still relevant? Sa tingin nyo, ano pa rin siya? They are still on top of their business? What about McDonald's? It's all over the world. Sa Pilipinas, lahat ng kanto may McDonald's. Katabi ng McDonald's, beside McDonald's is Jollibee. Right? You would notice that. Like they're either like beside each other or opposite each other. Amazon, diba? There are top supply chain companies. Unilever, what are your Unilever products? For hygiene. Intel, Procter & Gamble, Cisco System, Samsung Electronics, Coca-Cola, Colgate, and Palmolive. So these are your top 10 suppliers. Would you agree that they are on top? You know these products, right?
I think for 2013, yes, but for the current year, I don't think so.
You think nasa top na yung Amazon?
I'm not sure.
Check nga natin. Top 10
Maybe it's gonna be Tesla.
Let me try to update this. Tingnan nga natin. Let's see. With the help of our friend Google. 2021. Supply chain. Oh, here you go. Top 10 supply chains. Let me share my screen. We have first Colgate. Not that. Cisco System. For the second year running, telecommunications technology conglomerate Cisco system. Gartner supply chain, top 21. We have Cisco system. Colgate Palmolive, Johnson & Johnson, Schneider Electric, Nestle, Intel, PepsiCo, Walmart, L'Oreal, Alibaba. Naku dear, wala na yung Amazon. I-share ko itong
Hindi
link.
na sila nakafocus.
Share ko ito sa... Maganda nga yun. That makes sense now. We get to be updated. Ayan. We get to be updated with the list. That makes sense. So that's for 2021. Later, I'll send it here in the chat box. Okay, let's move on. Questions so far? All right. Best practices from industry leaders. Read this for me, Michelle.
Best practices from industry leaders. Here are some strategies that these organizations have used to overcome supply chain issues and ensure that the supply chain helps drive organization success.
Continue.
Continue.
Yes.
Focus on customers. The supply chain should aim to deliver what customers want. For McDonald's, so that means consistent product availability and selection. For Amazon, that means fast, cheap delivery of a wide range of products. What do your customers want?
Do you agree on that? For
relationships.
Amazon, it says
Yeah.
fast, affordable, and a wide range of products.
Yeah, I agree to it, sir, because every now and then we are trying to reinvent how we can ensure that we can deliver the product in a fast and effective way. So we're gonna be launching a new channel that would really help deliver faster. So it's
Is
gonna
it
be a third
digital
channel
channel
that we have.
or what kind of channel is this?
It's like when it comes to the delivery, like it's mentioned above. So less fast and cheap. We're doing like a outsource a vendor so that we will have a cheap delivery. At the same time, we have a channel called same day delivery to ensure we can deliver the product on the same day on the time that we ordered.
Yes. So that will be faster. If I ordered now, I'll be able to get it now as well. Is that correct? I would love that. It's faster. And it's cheaper, really? If I ordered my massager, I'll get it right now. Imagine how convenient.
So if you have a delivery in Amazon and it's delayed, let me know.
You'll expedite. You'll see my order, my massager.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, let's continue. Build long-term relationships. Faith. Basta mga relationships kay Faith.
Build long-term relationships. Successful organizations build partnerships with everyone who is involved in the supply chain. This improves decision-making, widens visibility, and offers the opportunity for more creative solutions.
Okay, what's your thoughts about this, Faith? Long-term relationships, business to business, B2B.
Mas okay po kapag trusted mo yung like suppliers mo, ganon. And parang mas okay kapag mas ma-extend mo yung parang yung sakop pa, ganon.
So you do like your memorandum of agreement, you make your partnership with them, you make legal documents with them that you make your partnership for certain period of time. You can make it 1 year at least. All right, so for the first year, you will all get your supplies from me. So that everything will be cheaper, everything will be affordable, and everything will be fast because we have that kind of long-term relationship. Diba? How long is a long-time relationship for you, Rusty? Gaano ba dapat katagal ang isang relasyon sa business? What do you think?
It must be continuous business. It must be continuous relationship. There should be no expiration date.
Parang to si Rusty, walang tumatagal na relationship eh. Pero sa business, we aim for a long-term relationship. May relationship wala naman sinabing kasal eh. Basta may relationship lang. All right, leverage information management. Rusty.
Leverage information management, and organizations have more information at their disposal than ever, and more ways to manage and share the data, making information management a key part of your supply chain strategy will improve accuracy and efficiency throughout the chain.
Okay. So what's your thoughts na kanina sinabi ni Ate Michelle na they are still having this kind of improvement na magkakaroon sila ng channel na mas mapapabilis ang that the delivery will become faster and it will be cheaper. What's your thoughts about that? Given that Amazon is already a known brand. Rusty, ano masasabi mo doon? Meron pa rin silang desire to improve.
Wala akong masyadong idea sa Amazon.
Yeah. Pero yung kanilang desire to improve, anong thoughts mo doon? Mabuti ba to? Maganda? May advantage? May disadvantage?
Well, mukhang magiging malaki naman yung advantage, sir eh.
Which part?
When it comes
yes.
About the delivery, sir. About the delivery, I think it's a good forward.
Correct. Sa Amazon, let's say an example. Kasi magandang example. Ako mismo kasi customer ako ng Amazon eh. Kung may mga ganitong options. Ano yung website for ordering nyo, Michelle?
Amazon.ae.
Amazon.ae. Let's take this as a good example because we are dealing with, with an actual brand here. Oh, ayan. What can you see on my screen? Website. What is the best way to navigate here?
Go to punta ng apps, sir. So, if you want, you can search any product you want. Like, type the iPhone.
Sige, give me a product, Rusty. Kung ikaw, kung hindi problema ang money, what would you buy right now? Just out of fancy.
Ayun, nakikita ko.
Hindi, kanyari may bibilin ka ngayon. Parang feel mo lang.
Ayun sir, scooter.
Alin? A scooter?
No, sir, I changed my mind. Ito yung bike, 230, yan.
Ito na lang. Sige, ano ba to? Hindi to bike, ano ka ba? Exercise pang ano to? Pang exercise yan.
Yan, sir, yan.
Ay, oo nga. 599.
Yan, gusto ko yan, sir.
Kano yan? May space ka ba dyan sa karto mo?
Sir, plano ko kasing bumili ng ganyan para sa Pinas.
Yes. Look at this, 128 lang. Parang...
Mahilig kasi ako sa mga gym equipment.
Oh, very nice. You get to work out. What about you, Faith? Money's not an issue. You just want to get anything from Amazon. What would you get?
Maybe headphones so I can hear you better.
Ito. Oh, look at that. Magkano? Ang mamahal. Baka may pa-discount ka, Michelle. Staff
Wala bang
discount.
discount, discount code?
Oo nga.
Ako may discount code ako. Minsan ginagamit ng mga kaibigan ko, pero selected ata siya. May specific product. So, hindi lahat ng product ng discount.
Madi-discountan.
Oo.
Mga gadgets. I think I'm gonna get like, ngayon? May graduation kasi ako. I wanna get a coat. Graduation attend. Ay, maganda to. Parang gusto ko itong color na to. So that is the experience. They wanted to improve this. How is this different, Michelle? How is this different from a different website? Eh kung nag-Alibaba ako, Alibaba ngayon nasa top 1. How is, do you think, is the edge of Amazon against other brands?
I think Alibaba, sir, it's more on a wholesale approach. So, parang if you are a supplier, so doon ka kumukuha sa kanila. In Amazon, supplier or the wholesaler itself will approach you to ask Amazon to post something in the website. Also, if you are a business owner and you don't have, say, a warehouse, but you are a reseller or a supplier, you just need to inform Amazon, like, I have this product. So what Amazon will do is Amazon will collect your product. They will store the product in their fulfillment center, which means your warehouse issue is already covered by Amazon, because they will store the product, they will pack the product itself, and they will deliver.
Yes. Second example again. But it's a competition. Always. I think that's the reason why there is always a space for improvement. Like you wanted to be at the edge. May commercial kaya I'm seeing Amazon like on the billboards, like in the streets, they would say black, I think that was a Black Friday or something. You would always have like promotion. You want to be visible. Yeah. Other companies would do that as well. Like Noon. I can see Noon is saying a free delivery something. Order your food at noon and deliver for free. I think that's what I've seen. They are targeting like people that drives. So their commercials would be, their ads would be in the middle of the road, like where people can see, where thousands of cars are passing by and people would see. So that's another strategy for them. And now I've seen that Amazon has done that as well. Talabat as well. They want to reach on a bigger scale. Talabat used to be so present. Also Amazon, I've seen it on YouTube. The commercials that I'm getting are all from YouTube. Now my search engine, I search Amazon. I'm pretty much sure the commercials that I will get in my YouTube will be from Amazon. That's the algorithm. Once you search something from Google, it suggests in your commercials. Consider the big picture. Cross-functional teams and practices that serve the best interests of multiple areas of the business are crucial for supply chain success. Remember, supply chain management is about building long-term solutions that create positive results for everyone involved. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Always that everyone involved in the chain gets what they deserve, what they have invested. they should get it back. That's the big picture. If you put up a business there, say for example, anong business nga, Faith, ang gusto mo ulit? For example, na ipuput up? Kung magpuput up ka ng business.
Bigasan po siguro.
Ay, bigasan. So, ibig sabihin, when you are thinking of the big picture, your supplier for the rice, if you would rent out who are involved in your supply chain, the farmers or yung nagigiling ng rice. So there are part of your supply chain. Everyone will benefit. Of course, also your clients. Why bigasan?
Kasi po parang staple food sa ating mga Filipino yung rice. So parang hindi siya pwedeng mawala sa isang meal.
Agreed. Yes, that's true. That's evident. But I told you before, I don't eat rice, right? I don't. It's been like 2 years now, more than 2 years. It's not part of my diet. I would eat sometimes, yes, but regularly it's not my diet. So hindi ako fan ng mga only rice, mga ganun.
Sir, may nakita po kayong difference before nung kumakain kayo ng rice na hindi na kayo
I don't get easily bloated. Kasi di ba nag-expand yan pag ipasok sa katawan mo. So you become bloated and then I lose weight. Absolutely, I lose weight. And yeah, hindi naman ako nag-aano because it's staple, pero it's just my article lang talaga. It's just part of my my diet change. Nakakailang rice ka, Michelle?
Hindi ako masyadong nagre-rice. Pag nag-crave lang ako ng Filipino food, kasi si Jowa, hindi siya pahilig ng rice.
Bread kayo?
Hindi din siya bread. More on meat and vegetables. Pasta. Yung mga white pasta. Pero pag ako nag-crave like Filipino food, so nag-rice ako.
Kaya pasta, noodles, mga ganun, mga carbs mo. Kaya mo pala payat si Michelle.
Hindi ako mapayat. Nasa na nga ako, 60. Lagi nga ako umiiyak sa kanya na mataba na ako.
I'm 60 din.
53, 55 lang ako.
What's your diet, Rusty?
Sir, I'm not doing any diet.
Bilang gym buff to si Rusty, mahilig daw sa mga gym equipment.
Hindi ako sa ngayon sa nagda-diet. Alam mo naman, nasa construction. So, I used to work now in the field cell. So, madalas umiikot kami sa field.
Yes, yes. Sa procurement ka? You're in the procurement?
No, sir. Sa warehouse ako, sir.
Warehouse. Yes.
Yes. Nag-procurement din ako dati, so nag-inventory ako tsaka sa procurement.
The warehouse, ano nga binibuild nyo, Rusty?
Sir, actually, we are manufacturing like mga porta-cabin, mga modular porta-cabin. So nagma-manufacture kami na. At the same time, nag-construction kami, sir. Isa kami sa gumawa sa Expo. Tsaka dyan sa Museum of the Future. In my whole 13 years, sir, so nag-focus ako sa construction.
Yes.
So kaya hindi ako medyo
malayo. Are you like an engineer by profession or something?
No, sir, hindi po. Actually, sir, I'm HRM, so napunta sa construction.
Sa construction. Medyo malayo yung ano mo doon, pero yeah, that makes sense. I am too, have been to like an construction company. I'm aware of those construction terminologies and all that. I get to be assigned when I was in Doha. I was working in a cabin. The main advantage that with that, I can just, especially when I'm like on on site, naka-jogging pants na ako pumapasok. Alam mo, wala nang pumuporma kasi wala naman ako sa opisina. Alam mo yung pinantulog ko, yun na rin yung pinampasok ko. Kasi, nandoon, mga laborers, mga mga site engineers. So, dead mahal lang yung maputik-putik pa nga yung damit. So, parang okay na lahat.
Sir, iba po kasi yung nature ng construction eh. So
True. Walang CCTV. So, nanonood ako ng movie sa computer ko. Pag tapos na yung reports ko, kasi nagano ako na planning assistant ako for a planning engineer. So I get to do like daily reports, weekly, monthly. I get to see those yung mga manpower numbers, equipment, yung numbers ng mga ginamit sa day and the night. So I'm familiar with that. Okay. Use pull rather than the push. Build what the supply chain is determining rather than trying to push out products that aren't needed. Close attention to key metrics, supply chain benchmark, and what's happening in the industry can help supply chain adapt and evolve the changing requirements. Right now, if you would see, electronics is very important. People tend to get electronic gadgets. Yeah, people are just into gadgets. How many gadgets do you have? Ilang cellphone meron kami dyan? Laptop. Can you count how many gadgets you have? Something that you charge, something that have electricity. Personal.
So far, sir, cellphone lang po and laptop yung talagang parang electronic.
Main, yeah. Speaker. Yeah. Headset. Wireless headset.
TV.
Yeah, mga gadget mo. iPad, yes. What about you, Rusty? How many gadgets do you have? Personal gadgets do you have?
I have 2 cell phones, 1 laptop, 1 headset, so 4.
Yes. See, this is the demand. What are we saying here? We try to make sure that what we produce or the companies are what our customer needs. I personally would have like 2 cell phones. I have 1 laptop, 2 laptop actually, my old one na it was just sitting in my table. Earphone na nawawala. I think baka naiwan ko sa camping yun, pero hindi ko siya mahanap since nung New Year. Baka naiwan ko doon sa Lulu Island.
Palitan mo na daw, sir.
Kaya nga eh. Michelle, check mo nga yung may discount yun na mga wireless. Na nagpipit sa mga Android phone. Check. So what else? Speaker, because if I would have class, I would like put my speaker there, yung JBL, na nabasa din nung bagong taon. So those are my gadgets. When we think about, especially for the businesses, we make sure that the business that we will put up there that would be continuous supply chain is needed. Kailangan siya. May customer kayo. Lead and inspire. Can you read this for me, Michelle?
In order for the supply chain to be successful, strong leadership from the executive level is required. The leaders of top supply chain show their employees how the supply chain affects the role, what they work, live, and play in, and what the role is in making the supply chain a success.
Inspire. Kanya-kanya ng pakulo ang mga companies right now to relate with the customers. Especially earlier when we made the top 10, when we look at the top 10 list. Wait, the top 10 list here says they wanted to make sure that their companies and their products are inspiring to the modern market right now. How are they being inspiring? Check natin yung samples. Okay. Inspiring in what sort? Maybe sustainability. They think about the company, or they think about the nature. Colgate and Palmolive. Let me check. I'm just finding some examples of inspiring or being okay. Relations. Okay. Here, I got a sample. Share. Sound.
Work, and yet its power is unlimited. We unite individuals so they can accomplish extraordinary things. We build what one person alone could not. We makes even the best ideas better. We is the core of our purpose. We are Colgate, a caring, innovative growth company that's reimagining a healthier future for all people, their pets, and our planet. By harnessing the power of we, our purpose comes to life. We are making choices, big strategic choices, in areas where Colgate can excel like no other company in the world. We're building capabilities that transform how we approach our day-to-day work. We will never stop challenging ourselves and each other to grow, to learn, to innovate. This is a challenge, the opportunity for everyone in our Colgate family. From Mumbai to Madrid to Mexico City, all of us are here to build a future we can smile about. We are Colgate.
Diba? May mga inspiring campaign silang ganong pakulo. Given na #1 producer pa rin sila ng waste, those plastic tubes, those are plastic. The box, that's a waste. The plastic that contains. So, yeah. Paano magiging ano yun? That they're still a producer of waste. Probably they can create something that is biodegradable. I don't know. At least they have a campaign like that. So that's how you inspire and how you would show you being leading in the business. Okay, let's have a short break. And then when we come back, we will finish this material. Mag-almusal muna kayo dyan. Kape-kape. Coffee break.